Like to call the meeting to order. Moved by Councillor Kotick, seconded by Councillor Keogh. Resolved that the regular meeting commence at the hour of 7 p.m. And be it further resolved that council acknowledges that we are meeting in the Robinson Superior Treaty area on lands that have been traditionally used by several Indigenous nations. But we would like to pay special recognition to our closest Indigenous neighbors, the community of Bigdagon Nishnawbe and Nimizagamik Nishnawbe First Nations. We wish to recognize the long history of First Nations and Métis people in our region, specifically, and show respect to them today. All in favor? Carried. Okay. Additions or deletions to the agenda?
There is one addition to agenda item number 1502, section 239(2)B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, cleaning contract.
Thank you. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest or general nature thereof? Seeing none. Approval of the agenda. Moved by Councillor Keogh, second by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that the agenda be approved as amended. All in favor? Carried. Delegations, presentations, none. Adoption of the minutes. Moved by Councillor Ruff, second by Councillor Keogh. Resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting held October 23rd, 2024 are adopted as circulated. All in favor? Carried. Okay, no petitions, correspondence. Moved by Councillor Ruff, second by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that correspondence item number 0801 be filed, be received and filed. All in favor? Carried. Reports and committees? None. A verbal update. All I have today is just want to remind everyone of the Remembrance Day ceremony that's going to be held this coming Monday, 10:30 at the Bethany Pentecostal Church. So hope to see all of you there. Okay, that's all I have. Over to you, Lauren.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Chair, I also have one reminder that Moonlight Madness is coming up next Friday, and it's from 5 to 9 in the downtown core. And thank you to the Manitowoc Fire Department for hosting a bonfire and the hot chocolate. And thank you to staff for putting that together.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, over to business. Moved by Councillor Kotick, second by Councillor Keogh. Resolved that council is in receipt of administration report FD 2024-06 submitted by Ian Portugal, Fire Chief, regarding Fire Department monthly report for October 2024. Does anyone have any questions for the Chief?
Okay, to the chair about this current report.
Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned that you applied for grants. For the generator, did they give you a timeline on when you guys will have that or be successful?
Through the chair, no, I don't. I have a timeline for that specific grant. The other one is more clearly defined, but I'm not sure whether the province is moving forward with the emergency preparedness grant.
That's it. Thanks.
Thank you. Are there any highlights that you'd like to put forward?
Sure. Thank you. We had 3 emergency calls for service, and the one that I like to bring forward, I guess, is the vehicle fire that we had. So something I learned about our 911 service agreement with Northern 911 is that when a caller calls in an emergency, if that caller was to call back and cancel the emergency, then we're not notified of the emergency. So I had our service agreement changed that anytime someone calls 911 for the fire service, that particular caller cannot cancel the call for service. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Okay.
So, and that's at no cost, that's part of our agreement, so I just amended the agreement. Cause that vehicle fire was paving heavy machinery, for paving. And the only reason why the fire went out is they ran it, well, they put it out with their last fire extinguisher. Otherwise, it could have gone out of hand. So, we're lucky it didn't and then caused, some public damage. But, it turned out fine and our agreement is more clear now with Northern Iowa.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, and further that council received the fire chief's monthly report as presented. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Ruff, second by Councillor Keel, resolved that council is in receipt of administration report CS 2024-02 submitted by Trish Boileau, Director of Community Services, regarding revise the Manitouwadge Anniversary Committee terms of reference to be the Rendezvous Days Committee. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so you guys have to read the report. We talked about, well, I mean, you've seen the presentation by the committee. And obviously they ask us for to have the opportunity to keep doing this on an annual basis with a little bit of a budget. So we've got 10 super dedicated committee members that are willing to take this on again, year after year, at least until the 75th. So I think it's a win for Manitouwadge if we can do this, even on a smaller scale, and generate some tourism and generate some money for our town and have a good time around here. So hopefully, we'll go for it.
Okay, are there any questions? Okay, well, I want to say that's, it's always good to have a nice, get together, a party. You're looking at, this is just like one full weekend?
Yeah, it's, I mean, obviously we haven't really discussed it. We weren't sure yet if this was gonna go through, so we haven't really discussed the details of what it will look like, but it will not be, I don't foresee a 4-day event. 2-day, and maybe a 3-day event, but we'll, just have to see what kind of resources we have available, but it'll be, we won't be able to deliver the same thing we did, obviously, for this event. We're gonna have less sponsorship, I would foresee, but we're gonna pound the pavement with fundraising and all of that, and make sure our seed money continues to grow for the 75th. That's the big goal, but let's build the momentum from now to then, right?
Okay, no, I think that's great. It's great to get people brought in, and that's usually a key weekend that people will come because things are going on. So yeah, I think it's great for all the businesses in town and, great time to lift the spirits of the community. So I thank you. Okay, no other questions? Okay, and further that council approves to amend the term of reference for the Manitouwadge Anniversary Committee, a committee of council, to focus on organizing an annual celebration of Manitouwadge in the form of rendezvous days. And further that council approves the allocation of an annual budget of $15,000 from the township to support the Rendezvous Days Committee and events. All in favor? Carried.
Thank you very much.
Right on. Moved by Councillor Kotick, second by Councillor Keel, resolved that council is in receipt of administration report PW 2024-03 submitted by Tyler Brewster, Director of Public Works, regarding request for funding to rebuild the engine of the 826F compactor.
Through the chair, the report was pretty straightforward. Just if you guys have any comments or questions, I'd be happy to take them.
Through the chair, I imagine with the compactor like not working there, like the landfill like greatly increases, like if you're not operating this machine.
So it's compactor is obviously a key piece to our landfill. It changes the garbage, like it pushes it down significantly. And right now we're using a dozer. We rented a bulldozer from J&J Rentals, and I mean it's working, but it doesn't compact, right? So you're just kind of driving over the garbage and it's not actually breaking it up. So definitely without the compactor, we're not getting our life expectancy out of our landfills. So it's definitely a key piece of equipment.
Through the chair, how long is the rebuild expected to take?
So from time to say go, it'll be 3 days to get the parts, and then about 40 to 50 hour rebuild on the engine. They're going to build a completely new motor, and then it'll be a 2-day install once we get it here. So if we week to 2 weeks, we would have it back. It has been down for, it's probably 3 weeks now, so we have 5 week total.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, curious on the year of the machine.
So it's a 96, but it was a rebuild when we got it. The engine was rebuilt as well, but obviously there's an issue with the head, so not sure, what happened there. It wasn't built through Tormont, it was a third party as far as I know. We've had it probably around 8 years, 9 years. So it, like I said, it is a 96, but the machine itself is in good shape. Like there's, your bearings and all your bushings are still tight. It's not we're not putting 40 hours a week on the machine. So I think it'll last us quite a while. In the report, so that they quoted me a rebuild of a 2001 similar machine, and that rebuild 675,000. So I mean, for us to even go with that would be a pretty hard ask, right? So I think as long as we can keep this one running, we're safe to do so.
No, I mean, I totally agree with that, and it is a piece of equipment that's needed.
Yeah.
Did they give you, what kind of warranty is given on the rebuild of the engine?
So it's a year warranty. It's nothing.
1 year parts and labor?
Yeah.
Standard?
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? Okay, thank you for that information. Okay, and further that council approves that the cost to make the repair to the compactor be transferred to the Public Works operating budget from the Equipment Reserve Fund. All in favor? Carried. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Moved by Councillor Rudd, second by Councillor Cottick, resolved that council is in receipt of administration report admin 2024-26 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding updating personnel policy 2021-09 employee benefits.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. The request to council tonight is to amend personnel policy 2021-09, which is the employee benefits policy, for two reasons. The first being that the township offers a recreation benefit to staff, and it's been done by memory, pretty much, as you see that the memo from the CAO from 2005 is really the only background information that we have to implement it. I'd like to see it in a policy so that it can be applied fairly. Sorry, there's my dog. Applied fairly and transparently to all staff. And change the wording from permanent staff to full-time staff. And then the other amendment to the policy is to update the pension section. There was a change to OMERS January 1st, 2023 that allowed all employees to participate in the OMERS program, not just full-time employees. So we updated that section to reflect the eligibility of all staff. And I'd be happy to take any questions.
Questions? Okay, yeah, I guess that's pretty straightforward. Thank you very much. Okay, and further that council approves updating personnel policy 2021-09 employee benefits to include the township's practice of providing a recreation-based membership to all full-time non-union employees. And further that section 9.2 regarding pension be updated to reflect changes implemented to the eligibility of employees to participate in the OMERS pension plan. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Okay. Moved by Councillor Keel, second by Councillor Rupp, resolved that council request delegations with the following ministers at the 2025 Roma AGM and conference. Okay. What do we want to bring to the AGM?
Have you, sorry, through the chair, have you had a follow-up or heard anything from the Minister of Energy about the natural gas project? Since our last delegation with him?
I haven't heard anything. Have you heard anything, Florence?
No, I haven't. They were doing some public consultation to review the next round of the funding program. But I don't believe that they've released that yet, but I can follow up. They haven't followed up with us, but I can follow up with them.
Okay, thank you. Is that something that we should put on here? But that's mostly for all 5 communities, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so maybe the MTO or try to start pushing to get the 614 upgraded and the corner project. Because by then we'd probably be looking for an update.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through the chair, maybe the Minister of Health about our doctor shortage. I know it's everywhere, but we need another doctor.
Yeah, but is that something that we could push for? Yeah, shortage of health workers? Definitely, okay. Okay, good idea. Anything else?
Through the chair, while we're at it with the Minister of Health, maybe we could bring up the paramedic shortage as well.
Yeah, well, once we'll put a package together to present them as long as we get the delegation.
Yeah.
So that's perfect, yeah. Definitely subjects that we can add. Okay. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts?
Through you, Mr. Chair, you might want to consider a delegation with the Minister of Sport regarding our recent application for the ski chalet
Oh, okay.
replacement.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so that's usually what we apply for is roughly 3. Yeah, so maximum, okay. Alrighty. So. Request delegations for the following, the Minister of Transportation, the Minister of Health, and the Minister of Sport. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Ruff, second by Councillor Kotick, being a bylaw to establish the Manitowage Rendezvous Days Committee be ready first and second time. And furthermore, be ready third time passed and numbered as bylaw number 2024-47. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Kotick, seconded by Councillor Ruff, whereas section 239(4) of the Municipal Act 2001 SO 2001 C25 provides that before holding a meeting or part of a meeting that is to be closed to the public, a municipality or local board or committee of either of them shall state by resolution the fact of holding of the closed meeting and the general nature of the matter to be considered at the closed meeting. Now therefore be it resolved that the meeting is hereby closed to the public as the subject matter being discussed falls under the following section. Section 239(2)B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, CAO recruitment. Section 239(2)B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, cleaning contract. All in favor? Carried.